Okay, so we're getting into the spring market. Things are coming on the market, and we are getting into situations where we have multiple offers again, and buyers need to be prepared to try to put their best foot forward to win offers. And this is secrets that real estate agents use to win offers, and this is part 2. So appraisal. Now on some of these loans, you can't waive an appraisal. Like an FHA loan, RD, VA loan, you're not going to be waiving an appraisal. But you can do it on some loans, and you can talk to your loan officer about that and see about waiving an appraisal. Obviously, if it's a cash deal, you can definitely waive an appraisal on that. And usually, typically, they don't do appraisals on those. A full gap guarantee. A full gap guarantee is if there is a delta between the appraised value and the contract value, the buyer will bring that amount of money to the closing in cash. So it's basically the buyer is going to bridge that gap. You could also do a partial gap. It's really important that when your agent is writing these in, that they use very specific verbiage. So make sure that you review it before you sign your contract also. Another secret to winning an offer is the communication between the listing agent and the buyer agent. I can't tell you how many times as a listing agent, a buyer agent has simply emailed me over an offer, didn't even tell me to expect it, and so it's sitting there in my inbox with no real communication. If a buying agent calls me, has a great conversation with me, shows me that they're going to do some of the work in the transaction, it makes me want to work with that agent more. So building a rapport, and then also a buyer agent that calls and asks exactly what my seller is looking for. What's important to your seller? That's something that they teach. I feel like it's real estate 101, but giving a call and saying, hey, is your seller more concerned about money? Is your seller more concerned about closing dates? So another thing is to have the lender reach out to the agent and, go through how qualified you are as a buyer. Finally, the last way that we have that's a little secret to win offers is closing credits. So a buyer could offer to capture some of those closing credits in their closing costs instead of having the seller charged. So some of those credits are transfer taxes. Those are usually split 50-50 between the buyer and the seller. And the buyer can certainly add those to their transaction. Title fees, those are something, they're usually not significant, but there are still title fees. And it's a way for a seller to maybe be incentivized to accept an offer. Finally, real estate fees. We're not going to use the C word here, but a buyer can certainly offer to cover real estate fees as a way of sweetening up the pot with an offer. So that is what I have for secrets that real estate agents and buyers can use to win offers. Happy to answer any questions for you. I work in Southern Maine and Southern New Hampshire, and if you think that we would be a great fit, whether you're a buyer looking or a seller looking to list their home, please feel free to reach out. I would love to talk to you. I'd love to interview for the position.